Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and I'm so excited to welcome Teddy Lane Jr. to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
awesome.
Everybody, thank you so much.
So amazing.
I was going to
Thank
get
you.
them to do the bump.
Bump it up.
Oakland, I'm going to keep it real. I'm just going to. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And, special thanks to Danny for the introduction.
Yes, my friend Danny. I've known Danny for, he hates I tell people this. I've known Danny for years. He's my buddy. We go way back, and he's a good guy. He hates me to tell him the year thing. I'm like, dude, we've known each other. It's a good thing.
It is.
I don't want to know my age. Don't tell him my age. I ain't gonna tell him your age. We've known each other for years.
Yeah, years could be.
So you've been in. You're like you've been in the biz for some time. You're funny. You got all. You are like very talented.
Thank you.
We want to know where did it all begin for you.
You know what? I was thinking about this. I was back in Oakland. I don't know if you remember these. It's probably before your time. They have these tape players. There's cassettes.
No, but I've heard of them.
You know,
I heard of the tape players.
Yeah.
At the Smithsonian, they have a
Yeah.
tape player. You put it in there, and we used to play with that tape player. And I'm doing stuff now. My sister goes, "You doing the stuff you did when we were kids?" I was like, "You're right." But it's better now. Dude, I practice now. Before I didn't practice, I was like, so I guess it started then, entertaining. And I was a fat little kid, and but I didn't know it. I just thought everything I did was funny, but I think they were laughing at my weight.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no.
It was, I think that started then, growing up there, and I like to make people laugh. I like to entertain them or move them, even if it's not laughing. They're like something they believed you, move them with something. I think that started back then.
I think human beings, we all have the desire to have an effect on people. Are you having the effect that you really want to have? Have you had that feeling like, ooh, right?
Funny you mention that. I do now. I started doing stand-up 3 years ago. I was doing the acting. I love acting since '93, and the stand-up has made my acting better, but I don't notice it till someone tapes it and I watch it later on. Because when you're on stage, it's like when I was playing football. You don't really hear the audience or running track. You don't hear them until later on you're playing like, wow, they really like that part. Let me work on that. Let me move this around or take that out. They weren't laughing. But later on you play it, you're like, oh, wow, kind of funny. I try to look at it like it's not me. That's why I try to do things. I write it down. Okay, if somebody else says this, would I laugh? Yeah, that's funny. And now I'm trying to do clean comedy. That's
I told you, right?
It's a whole challenge.
It's
my wife. I started with my friends. Let me be careful, because what's playing in the back of my head? Yeah. My mom's like, don't tell everything about yourself in the first 2 minutes. And so I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to listen to you guys. Listen to people. Don't just talk.
We were always here to talk.
Okay,
when you're interviewed,
You're
you
a safe
actually
space,
can
I
talk.
promise.
But there was a certain
Mom.
reason that Danny, as soon as he walked out of the studio, he sent an email and introduced us, and he said, Teddy would be the perfect person for the show, because he's used meditation, he's used manifestation, he uses visualization to build this career that you've done so successfully. So can you speak to that a little bit?
Thank you for getting me back on track, because I was like, in high school, I took a course, and it was about positive visualization. It was deep.
Wow.
And I did it when I was playing football. They said you could do it when you take tests. Just close your eyes and take a deep breaths, calm down and see yourself doing the thing you want to do. And man, it worked. I did it when I was playing football, and I did these moves in my head. And I was, I'm gonna do this now. I play running back. So I'm like, and then the next day I did it, and I was sitting in there, my helmet. I took my helmet off. I was like, wow, that really worked. And so I started I don't know, no matter how negative the room may be when you go, because the world kind of thrives off negativity. That's what my coach told me years ago, and it's true. They don't care about all this stuff, but if you fumble once, you did all these yards, you did all this stuff, you fumble once on the goal line, that's what they remember.
Yeah.
Dude, you let us down. What happened, man? You used to be good. But I like that positive visualization stuff with anything. I tell my son that. He looks at me, I know, Daddy. You said it, positive visualization. He goes, I know. I said, what do you want? I know, Daddy. You were fat when you were younger. I said, okay, all right, man, I'm telling you, I'm just trying to help you. Let's work out. He's like, but it really, it helps me. It helps to light the room up too, and it just so no matter how negative they are, you just kind of come in there and just be real and have fun. If I forget anything, I'll do all my rehearsing. Then I just go, Teddy, just have fun, like your coach said. Just have fun, and people have fun watching you. Whether you're cooking, playing the guitar, whatever art form you're doing, they tend to enjoy themselves, and that's the thing. So, but
what's been the toughest part of your journey so far?
Glad you said that. Wow, you don't get everything. No matter how hard you work, man, I gotta be real, I cut deep. You go read for something. You know the tough part when I'm driving through town, I'll see a bus go by or a billboard. Read for that. I read for that.
You see
for that.
Dang it,
Constant reminders. Stop towing my emotions. We love you. You were great. So that really hurts. But I tell myself, you only have control over you, what you can do. Just go in there, be real, have fun, and you're not reading to get that part, Teddy. You're reading to get in their heart because they're always working on something else.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten a lot of roles after reading for them for 2 years. The Shield, reading for 2 years. I'm going, man, I'm going to the bum and all these different characters, and not getting it and going home and going through the whole ritual. Why, God? Why? Why are you doing this? Why do you persecute me? Man, I ain't thinking about you. I'm thinking about people that's suffering in the world. No, me. But you just keep going and.
It's so funny. You
funny.
identify such an interesting principle, and I discovered that Jess and I both modeled for a while. And I remember when I was
You guys
modeling.
look good.
Oh yeah.
I saw that. That should be mine.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because I would always wonder, like the models that would seem to book most consistently weren't always, of course, the most attractive or the ones that always seemed perfect for the parts, but they were the ones that seemed like they had the least needy or desperate energy. I remember that.
Heard that.
And because they didn't,
that.
a lot of them didn't even depend on the modeling to pay their bills. They had some other way of making money, or they were trust fund kids or whatnot. And I just found that such an interesting principle that non-neediness sort of is attractive in a way.
Mm-hmm. I try not to. They feel what you feel. Like you're saying. So I go in there. I'll give me the job. I go in there. Just have fun, Teddy. It's not up to you. Because if you're too tall, you're too short, you're too dark, you're this, you're that. You can't control that.
Yeah.
You can control your read. Just be real and have fun. I can't be their friend or brother or uncle that they end up hiring. You never know. You just never know. You never know.
So in this full moon, as we're harvesting new things, what is it that you're harvesting the most? What are you looking forward to?
You know what I started doing? The clean comedy. I did a friend of mine's men's meeting at his church. And I was like, he said, he goes, you got to do 10 minutes. He goes, hey, you want to do 10 minutes? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do 10 minutes. So I'm leaving the room. He goes, hey, one more thing. I said, what? It's got to be clean.
Clean?
Hold on, Pastor. I said, hold on, Pastor. I ain't never did no clean. I don't do clean. I can't say beat. I can't say that. I can't talk about. So I was like, you know what, though? I did it, and I was like, you know what? Because it's
a
better.
good challenge.
It's a good thing.
It's a good
thing. More people can see it. More
Mm-hmm.
people. My son goes, he's 9. He goes, that means I can watch it now, Daddy?
Oh.
Their heart just said, I should have been clean a long time ago. Dang, I missed a lot of years. I could never be a right parent. I said, yeah, buddy, it means you can. Daddy's gonna be clean. Yeah. So that's the toughest thing. And I started doing that. So we're building a website, and we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do different churches. Just go there for the mini meeting and just make it available and just
love it.
And it helps. Even when I'm doing a show at Ice House on the 7th, and it's clean is better because people. It's just better for me.
Cast a wider net.
And I'm thinking about Jim Gaffigan and some of the
greatest pastors that were pastors were comedians. I mean,
I tried to
let's face
find
the
They
fact.
cussed. They didn't cuss. It was still it was hilarious. I was like, wow.
Well, someone cussed, but
I
they
think
still got
as
some
long as
truth.
it's-
They got a lot of truth in there.
And I think if you use a little bit of it, my wife, she's gonna be tripping. A little bit here and there, as long as you don't do it all red, all cussing, bleep, bleep, bleep. Just like,
Yeah.
you don't want to turn people
Well,
off.
so
You
tell
wanna
people
laugh.
where they can follow you and figure out where you're going to be next so they can come and support.
Thank you. I am going to be at the Ice House October 7th at 7 p.m. on Sunday night, which is coming in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited about that. I love that place. It's so historical. It's such an honor, man. I'm like, I even tell them, I said, wow, think of all the Robin Williams and anybody you could name has been there. And I'm like, and they give you 10 minutes. And you can see I like to talk.
Yeah.
So like, most places are 3 to 5, and some places are audition with 2 minutes.
Wow.
You got to be funny and get the heck out of here. See, I said heck.
So we can find you to go to the spiritual centers also and find on the website for there.
And also, I'm sorry, on Instagram, it's Teddy Lane Jr. 777. I like 7. That's another religious perfect number or something like that. But and also, what's it called? Facebook, Teddy Lane Jr. And it's L-A-N-E because people always wonder, well, how do you spell your name? And it's not L-A-N-G. And I'm not Love Boat's son because I get that a lot. Let's do it on Love Boat Isaac. I'm not his son.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I get that a lot everywhere.
Well,
that and Terry Crews.
looking
You're
forward.
Terry Crews. You're his brother. Teddy Lane Jr.
Looking forward to
Thank you.
hearing some truth,
Thank you very
some
much.
clean,
Yes.
meeting your son, and having some laughs. Looking
Yes.
forward to it.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Thank you
We'll be
very
back
much.
tomorrow. Good
Thank
morning,
you.
LaLa.